Well, hi, it's Rob and Liz, his radio, his morning crew. And you'll remember just before Thanksgiving, we're asking you to be a miracle in somebody's life. There is this family at Miracle Hill Ministries that really is a deserving family. And let me tell you, they're going to be blessed by a family that you're going to meet today. We have them on Zoom. They're going to be with us in just a moment, who is shopping with a $1,000 shopping spree in their hands for this one family.
Yeah, and this family is so deserving because here's the thing, it's a mom and dad, and they have 5 biological children, and they, had, I'm sure, lots of prayer sessions, lots of talks, and they said, our hearts are big enough that we want to foster a couple of children. And so they did that. They brought in 2 other children, and then they said, we've still got room in our hearts for more. And they were originally going to be adopting a little girl with special needs. It is now 2 little girls with special needs, and they're both toddlers. And this family is incredible. But of course, with all those kids, going to be 9 now, they needed some extra help this holiday season.
Yeah, as you could imagine, that's a huge family. That's bigger than the Brady Bunch, I'm telling you. So we have on Zoom the family that won the opportunity to go on a $1,000 shopping spree. David, Megan, 6-year-old Everly, which I'm understanding the nickname is Bear. I love it, from Goose Creek. Now, Megan's a teacher. David's a rock and roll star. And I heard you guys just went shopping. What was that like for you with $1,000 in hand to go shopping for this family?
It was a good time for us, and we had so much fun doing it with Liz and Courtney and Brian and everyone else. But we also had fun with Mrs. Snuggles, and I love shopping for other families. It's a good time to be shopping this year for a different family, and we pray for that family to feel well. We make them feel just like at home.
Wow.
David and Megan, I think I know who's the social one in your family. That's so great.
It really was an amazing time. Due to COVID, obviously we hadn't been able to travel for Thanksgiving as far and as wide as we would have liked to, but I honestly felt like we had additional family members I got to kind of Black Friday shop with. I mean, it wasn't Black Friday, but I feel like I've known you guys forever. So it's just like getting the girls together to go shopping, to have Liz and Courtney along with us. And Everly brought her stuffed animal, which is Mr. Snuggles. And it was a great big family time. It really was a lot of fun.
All right, here we go. We are ready to be a miracle with His Radio. I am so excited. Hey, Megan, how are you?
Hi, Brian. We're great. How are you?
I'm great. Are you guys ready to do some
We're
shopping?
Ready. We're so
All right.
Ready.
Everly, are you ready?
Yay!
And you got Mr. Snuggles. All right. And David, are you ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready. We're ready to go.
We are ready to go. We've got our list. We checked it. Courtney, Liz, you ready? Yeah! They got their buggies. Okay, we're going to mask up. We're in an undisclosed location in Goose Creek, South Carolina. We're ready to go shopping now.
So what happened when you guys were in the store?
Divide and conquer. Anyone who's ever been shopping with their spouse knows it's generally better to divide and conquer. So the ladies went with the ladies, the fellas went with the fellas. We went and did all the boy stuff, and then the girls went and did all the girl stuff. Not there's anything wrong with switching it up, but it was just easier. There was less back and forth. It was very cut and dry, and it was a lot of fun.
What were you thinking during all of that, though? Like, what was going through your mind shopping for a family that you've never met, but you knew their needs?
Honestly, for me, it felt pretty natural because their kids are nearly the same age as Everly, or were younger and had been the same age as Everly is.
Really?
So it felt really good to be able to say, this is a better quality toy. I know this one. My daughter loved that one when she was 3, or this game is probably going to add, a little more family time than this one. So I felt like we could give a really good educated opinion on everything, as we went along. We only have a daughter, but, my husband clearly knew what, video games and things he would have liked to have played when he was a kid. So we just used our own sort of experiences and joys in toy shopping for years and years. And
that's kind of what me and the guys did. We looked at stuff and said, okay, what would we have lost our mind unwrapping? Just because, the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, that kind of stuff, that you didn't get that every year. So, I mean, this was playing, I don't want to say with house money, but almost was God's money that we could just go and buy stuff that normally a parent would go, oh my goodness. Well, okay, the store's very proud of that one. Let's keep shopping. Let's go down this way a little bit. But we didn't have to do that for this family. For this family, we could just look at that and go, oh my goodness, he's going to lose his mind or she's going to lose her mind. And we just went ahead and just got it. So it was great.
All right, so we just finished shopping for our Miracle Hill family. Did you guys have a lot of fun?
God bless.
All right, so
much fun.
yeah, let's go rabbit now.
Yes.
You guys went to your church and you did all the wrapping at your church. And let me tell you, it looked just like Christmas inside that fellowship hall.
Megan, when we were wrapping those gifts, we were talking back and forth about why you even entered into Be a Miracle. And you were sharing some stuff about your mom and how your mom really taught you guys. There were 3 of y'all, and she was raising you as a single mom, but kind of teaching you how to pass that down to Everly. Tell me more about that.
I had an amazing childhood. So
And her mom loved owls.
sorry. My mom loved owls. But we didn't have a lot. I mean, she was a single mom for most of my childhood. She remarried at one point, but for the most part, it was cuddle time was what we got more often than new toys and things, So my mom taught us that quality time, a time spent over a puzzle or reading a book together or a crossword was as important as that flashy new thing. So we got there was a lot of love to go around. We made a lot of homemade gifts. We, made Christmas ornaments. We had traditions that were part of our family that were as important as, writing that letter to Santa. So we've done that with Everly as well. So, she gets as excited every year to donate her older items down to a local charity on our end, or to make homemade salt dough ornaments, or to make a birthday cake for Jesus. It's the making of things and the sharing of her existing things that we've tried to instill in her, because you need that. So whenever I, learned about all this family had done to take in kids, that needed it, obviously, I just felt like it was something my mom would have been so proud of.
And you think she is proud of what you've done?
Yes, absolutely.
And you just lost your mom last year, right?
Yes, ma'am. And she loved owls, which is what everybody said. But I mean, I know she's smiling down on every bit of it, and I know she's very proud of all of us. I know she's proud of the mom I became. Everybody's raising her finger to where she knows Mimi is. But I know mom would have been very proud of us. And it felt really good to do, and it's an amazing opportunity to have had. So we're very blessed that our family was chosen to be the gifting family.
David, a part of your story is that you were once homeless.
I was. I had lived in my car for a good bit of time, starting on my own at 16, and seeing parts of life that you really don't want to be a part of. And then when people ask, I basically tell them there are 2 blueprints in life that generally people get, either the way to do things or the way to not do things. And God gave me broad shoulders, and if things needed to happen in my family, I would have taken it on myself instead of pushing it off on someone else. And for me, that was, every aspect of it was a learning experience. And those are things that that help bring me to faith, because again, seeing what not to do is really, half the battle. All you have to do is not repeat someone else's bad mistakes and move forward.
I heard you learned a lot because people actually helped you through that time in your life.
Yes. For me, family is not the people who are supposed to be there by blood. Family are the people who choose to be there. And I had quite a few people to choose to be there. I had a lot of people I called mama that were, not even in the same county when I was born. So it was through their, for the most part, patience and generosity that helped me, that turned me into the person that my wife fell in love with. So I'm forever thankful.
Wow. Well, as a family, you know that when you entered Be a Miracle, not only did you get to do the shopping spree for this other family, but your family gets to go somewhere I think you've never been before. Y'all are going to Dollywood.
Yeah, we Megan, we had just been, I love the snow. Like growing up in the South, you always, I have curly hair. I've always wanted straight hair. growing up towards beaches, you always want to hang out in the snow in the mountains. So for me, I'm a snowbird. Megan, if she could, live in the Caribbean all her life, she would. So all the vacations that I won't say all, most of the vacations we've taken have been in the sun. And then this year we were talking about maybe going to see some snow this winter.
That was before I entered the contest.
That was
We
before.
were already thinking,
Yes.
will God bless us with some snow this year. Somehow we will figure out how to afford it and make it happen.
Yeah.
And I didn't have such a selfish prayer to say that aloud to God, but I definitely was thinking this year of all years is the year we deserve it. We're going to get to some snow this year.
We're going to go to the mountains
And then I
somewhere.
entered the contest. So
Well, I tell you, I'm so glad you entered the contest. You are an amazing family. God's brought you through so much together, which is so great. And you help so many people. We talked to our sponsors, Jeff Lynch Appliance and TV Center and Eugenia Bentley Mortgage Team. And this is blowing my mind. Because you do what you do in your life, and because you shop from your heart for this one family and ask for nothing in return, we have $1,000 for just your family for this Christmas.
Wow.
oh my gosh, goodness. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I was about to say, we're just
gonna
going to
gift more.
just more people going to get stuff. Hey guys, send us your address. We're just going to.
Can I tell you guys something? You deserve it. I want you to spend it on yourself. This is for you and this is for your family. And I know you're such a giving family, but really, it's for you. Go see snow, go to the Caribbean, do something for you because God is blessing you with this $1,000 gift.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Yeah, did you
I
hear
really
that?
just noticed that. We have $1,000.
She said, back up. Wait a minute. What?
I'm just stunned.
Wow.
I can't believe that. I don't even know where to start.
David, Megan, Everly, you are such a deserving family. Enjoy that $1,000. It is for you. And here's the thing. We encourage you to do something for a family this Christmas and then let us know what God has done through that. I mean, together we're stronger, and this could be a great Christmas season for somebody in need because you're going to make it happen for them. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
His morning crew.
I wonder how you handle it. I wonder how you handle the regifting in your life. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Some people do it, some people don't. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you've gotten a regift. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you got the regift of a regift that you sent out to somebody before. And it's like, wait a minute, I already got this. It's almost like the reoccurring fruitcake that goes around to everybody's family.
That's still good 5 years from now. I did this when I was about 10 years old. Little girl came to my house. She was one of my friends, and she brought a Christmas gift, and I didn't have one for her. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job at 10. So I went into my bedroom, and I grabbed a stuffed animal, and I wrapped that guy up, and I gave it to her. And I thought, oh, I've done something really good here. She called me on it. She's like, that's been on your bed for years.
She knew it. 800-447-7234. So what are your thoughts about all this when it comes to regifting?
This is Denise, and I wanted to tell you a funny regift story that actually has turned into a tradition. A friend of mine gave me the ugliest Christmas sweater ever. And when are you going to wear them? Never. Jingle bells, tangles hanging off of it. So I saved it, and I gave it to another friend that was coming over as a Christmas gift and a joke, who thought, this is the ugliest sweater ever. I'm going to save this and give it back to you. And I was like, don't give it to me, give it to somebody else. Well, the next year she gave it to another friend of ours who was actually my secret Santa and gave that ugly sweater to me.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I need to confess this. I got to get it out. I can't hold it in any longer. I just have to tell you.
What is it?
I'll get gift cards sometimes, like to a Starbucks. It could be $10 or $15, or maybe off to another type of store. I regift them.
Is it because you don't use them yourself, or is it because you know somebody on your list would love them more?
I would really love them myself, but I don't have money growing on trees, and so I'll use it to give to somebody else, so I can have like a Christmas gift for somebody. Because usually what will happen is that somebody thought of me and gave me a gift, and I'm like, oh, I don't got nothing. I already used my budget. because I'm on like a big budget. We're a one-income family, and so I regift those things. Unless it's to a really fancy restaurant that I can bring my wife to. Now, I'm like $20. $20 and under, I'll regift. But if it's like a $50 thing, I keep myself.
I don't think there is anything wrong with that at all. If you were to gift somebody with a Starbucks or a whatever Chick-fil-A gift card, they would love it.
Yeah. 800-447-7234. What's your thoughts about this regifting thing?
Well, I'll tell you something. We're having a woman's tea, okay? And we can regift things at the woman's tea because you can bring an elephant gift, which is someone gives you a gift and you're really like, I really don't like this, or, you want to give it to someone else. So we do that. You can bring something new, or you could bring a regift.
Well, then there you go. That works.
I was thinking White Elephant is kind of like that, isn't it? It's a regifting game.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's brought brand new. So it's really not a regift. But that was a nice try.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Don't think another minute of it, because it is okay to regift. Just make sure you don't give it back to the person who gave it to you in the first place. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. It happens, doesn't it? I mean, whoops.
It does. I will tell you, in our family, on my dad's side of the family growing up, they used to regift a piece of artwork, and I'm going to use air quotes here, artwork that my dad did, and it was of a fox out in the snow.
Nice.
And it became kind of a family joke that they would pass it around to each of the siblings.
Who has it now?
I have no idea. Unfortunately, his sisters and brothers have passed on, so I don't know who in the family has it.
Well, someone's got to start doing it for the grandkids.
I know.
Just pass that puppy around. That's so cool. Okay, so Lydia's with us at 800-447-7234. What's your thoughts about the whole regifting? It sounds like you got a story to tell.
I grew up in a large family, so I was one of 14 children. And so regifting really kind of has a special place in my heart, and I don't mind it because we were, as you can imagine, not full of money in our household. But we to each other and parents, we would find something that was a treasure of our own and regift it, wrap it up, and be so proud. And so that's a special place for me that I always remember, and we made it special nonetheless. So I just wanted to share.
I'm glad you did, and congratulations for surviving 14 siblings.
Well, I was just a kid. It's my mother that deserves the award.
True that. Where did you fall in the lineup? What number are you?
I'm number 10 from the top.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
I don't know how big of a fan you are of cinnamon cake, but I found out that at COSTCO, they're selling a really huge cinnamon cake. Weighs a lot.
Like how big?
4 pounds.
That's a lot of cake.
4 pounds.
4-pound cake?
Yeah, just under $12 by a penny. So that would be $11.99. You know how they do that thing to make you think it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And it comes with a bow wrapped on top.
Oh, so this is for a gift. You could gift yourself or someone else with this cake.
Or eat it and put something else in it.
Wow, that's a big cake. Like, how long would it take? Maybe it's for an office. I'm just trying to think who needs a 4-pound cake.
I don't. I feel like that 4-pound cinnamon cake right now, but no, I don't. It's probably for a big party thing, but there are people who like cinnamon cake that will eat that whole thing.
Cake. Oh, no, that's one to share for sure.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
There's a little girl, Selah Thompson. She was 5 years old. She was in kindergarten, and her teacher was reading to them, and then they were trying to read. She came home that day from, that first day of kindergarten and told her mom she was sad because her friends couldn't read. They didn't know their ABCs. They weren't able to read like she was. And so she started thinking about it, talking with her mom. They decided they were going to do something to help other kids read. And they started this little library thing. Now that went on for a while. Now Selah's in the 2nd grade and she is inspired. She wants to get 2 million books in the hands of kids. Oh, by the way, did I say that Selah is also an author herself? She has her own book called Penelope the Pirate Princess.
Bestseller on the New York Times.
It has to It has to be. No,
if it's not, it will be now, you know?
I would think so. So, I mean, it's just the cutest. It's inspired by her, but it's also about a pirate. She has been honored because she started this group called Empowered Readers Literacy Project. That's where she's trying to get those 2 million books, but she's even been honored by the Atlanta City Council.
Way to go. Wow.
8 years old.
8 years old.
Incredible.
2 million books, making a difference.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Started thinking about that lady in the UK. You know, the 90-year-old that got the vaccine. Hi, it's Rob and Liz, his radio and his morning crew. And I'm thinking the reason why she did it, she said, was because she wanted to spend time with her family during the holidays.
Yeah, she's got a birthday coming up. She's about to turn 91, and I'm sure she was thinking about that. And then Christmas, and then New Year's, and so on and so on.
I feel so separated because our in-laws were not our in-laws, my in-laws were supposed to come for Thanksgiving, but they didn't come because, you know, travel and COVID and all that other stuff. So we connected on the phone. That was about it. Yeah. Usually Christmases, we traveled to Michigan and we'd be in the snow and our kids would play and it would be so cool. That's not happening this year either. But I started thinking about times even pre-COVID that you just move like heaven and earth just to go and be with family, you know, because family is just so important.
Yeah, we used to go every year to Ohio because that's where my mom's family is from. And I mean, we would, if our car was half broken down, we were still going. We were still getting there somehow. So she was going to make sure she spent some time with her mom and dad. So you will. You'll jump through hoops to do it.
All right, when we first got married and we would go visit Michigan, we'd jump in this little Geo Metro. That was our family car. Remember how tiny those things were?
Little
But
tiny.
man, did they have gas mileage? Oh my word! You could drive like to I don't know, Zim Zam Boo and back, but it doesn't go on water. But
on
it's
4 gallons.
On 4 gallons of gas. It was amazing. But we would cram in that tiny little car, drive for almost 20 hours just to get to see family, because that's how important family is.
Yep, and that's why Grandma did this.
His morning crew.
I'm sure you've done it. You've searched the internet because Christmas is so close. It's like, what do I get? And then you start searching for it. Wait till you hear what the most searched thing is in the Southeast. It's crazy. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
I was actually surprised that it wasn't things like video games and that kind of thing, but no. Okay, so we're going to run it down for you, all right? North Carolina, Baby Yoda. So everybody wants a Baby Yoda this year, including me. Georgia, it's an air fryer. Do you want an air fryer?
No. And I'm shocked that that's the most searched thing for a Christmas gift in the Carolinas. And Georgia.
Yes, in South Carolina, in Georgia, both an air fryer, but it's not like I looked at this list that came out of all the states. Like it's all across the country that more states than anything else are looking for air fryers. Mind blowing.
Air fryers. I guess I'm not a cook, so I don't know, but this must be a good thing. That'd be a time saver, especially in 2020 now.
Well, evidently it's not only a time saver, but it's a calorie saver. So I know how, you watch your health and all. Yeah. So from what I understand, you can like do French fries, any of those fried foods without all the oil that adds the extra calories, but you can make pizzas in them and things like that. Now
Pizza in an air fryer?
Look, I've never done it. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing is that it makes a pretty good pizza.
In an air fryer. Okay.
His morning crew.
Since we're just a couple of ways from Christmas, a couple of weekends away from Christmas, this is probably the big weekend for you. If you're a baker or somebody in your family is a baker, that they start doing all the cookies and all the bakery stuff that they like to hand out during Christmas. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, you jump right in there because you're going to probably be taking some of those cookies to your neighbors and sharing some of those things. Or, maybe like my son did years ago, he took some cupcakes to the fire department. I think that's a really good way to give back as well. But if you are and you're looking for a new recipe, the virtual cookie swap is going on. We've only got, a week left in the virtual cookie swap?
We do, because it wraps up on Friday, and Liz picks a featured cookie to make. Did I say that right? You feature a cookie or pick a cookie to feature. So that happens on Liz's Ugly Bakery on Thursday at 7:10. So it might be yours if you're submitting a cookie. You don't have to because all these cookie recipes are available for you on the website at hisradio.com. And if you're looking for something that's maybe different this year to make this weekend, if you want to hand out some cool things to your neighbors because you like to bake, you can do that with the virtual cookie swap, which is at hisradio.com.
Yeah, well, Ashley just sent in a recipe that I've seen, but I've never actually made it myself. It's like a white chocolate candy cane cookie, a Christmas cookie that sounds, if you put white chocolate and peppermint together, honey, it is so good. So this is one that you could search, and these recipes are going to be available till the end of the year as well. You want the link, just text cookie to 800-447-7234.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Here's the thing, this Sunday, it's going to happen early enough for you that your kids can go outside at 9 o'clock and see the meteor shower that's going to happen on Sunday night.
And if you've never seen a meteor shower, it is just like God's fireworks. It really, really is. It's incredible.
It's the Geminid meteor shower. So this is a big deal. And on Sunday, starting at 9, it should wrap up by 2 in the morning. You'll see up to 100 meteors visible every hour. I mean, the sky's going to light up. And they say it's multicolored, too. It's like multicolored shooting stars in the sky as these meteors are coming through.
Yeah, it's like the different colors are whatever they're made up of. Like it might be calcium or iron or sodium, and they all give off different colors. Calcium is kind of a purpley color. If you can differentiate that in the sky, I don't know.
Please don't give me a test. I'm going to fail. All that stuff you just said, I'm like, my mind is blown.
But I think it'd be a great lesson for the kids. Maybe the teacher should make that a homework assignment to watch the meteor shower.
Wow. But the poor kids now this weekend.
No, they love me now. They're like, yes, Miss Liz said homework is a meteor shower. Yes.
Yeah, but the calcium stuff that you just said and the milk of magnesium and Pepto-Bismol, whatever. I mean,
Are you having acid reflux this morning? What's happening?
After that, yeah.